Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm trying something new, okay? I saw a major YouTuber doing this. She did like a voiceover while she was getting ready. So it was giving like podcasts, but not podcasts. And I was like, you know what? I want to try that. So I'm trying that today. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell as well so you know when my videos go up, and follow me on Instagram as well. So my Instagram is _. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Y'all, I have been going through it, okay? Like, where can I start? If you follow me on Instagram or if you know me personally, you know that I broke my ankle mid-May, okay? Like, I'm gonna do a whole video on that, just to give people who have broken like a lower limb, like some tips to survive when you're non-weight bearing, when you cannot walk, because it's a whole like game changer. Just to kind of like briefly touch on it, broke my ankle mid-May, immediately like fell into depression. You know, just imagine you being able-bodied your whole life and then all of a sudden your ability to walk is just snatched from you, okay? So immediately depressed. Thankfully, thank God, my mom came to DC because I'm still on assignments, okay? Came to DC to help me. And I completely needed her. And this entire experience has taught me a lot about myself, or it has forced me, I should say, to learn a lot about myself. So again, like, thankfully my mom came to help me, but like, I just discovered, or I was reminded, that it is so hard for me to ask for help. And like, I was forced into a vulnerable position where I needed people, I needed people to help me. And I've never had to rely on people as much as I had to over the last 2 months, okay? So like, my mom was out here, she was helping me with like literally everything. When she went back home, I was on my own, and that was an adjustment, and I had to rely on like the hotel staff to help me with shit. I have to catch an Uber back and forth to work, and it's just like, I have to be on other people's time. I have to ask for help. I have to be shameless and asking for help. Usually I'm just, the type of person where I'm like, I'm just going to do it. I don't need to ask for help type shit. But now, I'm completely reminded of that flaw within myself and like forced into a position where I need other people. And it's been a very eye-opening experience. But again, I will do a completely separate video on my fractured ankle, broken ankle. But I just wanted to say that like, I've been going through it because of my injury, and having to be thrown into such a vulnerable state. But at the same time, I think it has given me a chance to kind of like slow down, clearly, because I can't do shit, but slow down and kind of like get to know myself better, because that's all I really have right now is myself. I can't really do shit. I can't really go nowhere because of course I could, but like, I don't want to because it's too much of a struggle, right? So I've been trying to get to know me better, and let me go ahead and tell you what I discovered and tell you what I've been thinking about, because I be thinking about a whole bunch of shit. Like, I'm so introspective. So listen, we're going to talk about a lot of shit today, okay? Let me start by this. I don't know what was wrong with me, but while like I was still on dating apps with my fractured ass ankle, I was still swiping and talking to people on dating apps, okay? And during that time, even before I broke my ankle, like, Kevin Samuels has been like a force, in the dating realm and within the Black community. And like, when I was on these dating apps, there's guys who was talking about just referencing Kevin Samuels and just constantly being essentially force-fed Kevin Samuels content on social media. It has been exhausting, y'all. Being completely honest, it has taken a toll on me and how desirable I feel, not just to Black men, but just like men, period, right? So I was angry. I was angry because I was disappointed in Black men. Like, I think so highly of Black people as a whole, as a collective. And I've just been so disappointed that so many Black men side with someone who whose conversation and rhetoric can be so discouraging and divisive and nasty and rude, okay? And besides all the rude shit Kevin Samuels says, there's some points I agree with. I'm not gonna lie. Some shit I agree with, okay? Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with some women dating men who are average, quote unquote average, or make under six figures. There's nothing wrong with that, you know? And I also believe that men need women and partners, or partners, I shall say, that are emotionally healthy and available, you know? I think that because men, and black men in particular, are socialized to dismiss their feelings, you know, I feel like it's easy for us to dismiss them when they have something to say, when they want to express themselves. And I don't think that's okay. So those things I agree with. But everything else, especially when he gets nasty and rude, I cannot get with that. And I know that a lot of people, men particularly, will be like, well, it's tough love. It's tough love. No, you don't have to bring people down in order to get your point across. You know, you can say your point and either people are going to get with it or they don't. There's no reason why you need to tear down men and women to prove your points. Period. There's no excuse for that. And for people to be saying shit like, well, shit, it's true. Well, shit, it's tough love. People need to hear it. It's just like, why are we excusing such poor behavior? Why isn't the bar for respect higher? You know, it's just unbelievable. I just feel like a good chunk of his content is about humbling people and humbling black women in particular, and it's being passed off as tough love, and it's not. I just feel like he's trying to belittle people, and that is not okay, okay? And another thing, okay, a lot of his content is like based off of saying that black men want a certain type of woman. Men are not a monolith. Black men are not a monolith. What one black man finds attractive, the next may not find attractive, okay? One black man wants someone who's a size 2, the next one may want someone who's a size 16. And there's nothing wrong with that. And another thing, for him to say that single mothers or women who are plus size will not find men and women need to lose weight in order to find love, we know that's not true. And since when? Someone please tell me, has the standard of beauty in the black community across the diaspora been for women to be a size 2? When has that ever happened? When? Not since I've been alive, not these 29 years. I've never seen that been a beauty standard. So why are we being force-fed this content? Why are black women being told if you're more than a size 2, you need to get your fat ass in the gym? I'm just not understanding, y'all, and I just feel like it's best to not take dating advice from anyone on the internet. I think it's best to get to know yourself, get to know your needs, get to know your desires, what you truly want, what you truly need, not what social media is telling you should desire, what you should need, okay? Like, for instance, like, do you want a man who's making 6 figures, or are you only saying that because Twitter is saying that? Are you only saying that because the internet is saying that? Like, come on, we need to get to know ourselves and get to know our needs and our desires. And I know I am someone on the internet telling you what you should do, but for real, like, the answer is within. It's not on the internet. So with that being said, I had been feeling really disappointed and just angry about black men, and about the Kevin Samuels, shit that be going on the internet all day, every day. So I just really felt like it was a good time to find myself, I guess, which sounds so cliche, but it's true. Like, I've just really been working on developing more self-love and self-confidence. So I started reading more. I finished 2 books so far, which is a lot for me. I read All About Love, and y'all, after I read All About Love, like, I cannot stop raving about that book. And it's not just about romantic love, it's about loving, just being a loving person, y'all. I just felt so fulfilled after reading that book, and I encourage anyone who's listening to this who has not read that book to read it. Bell Hooks is a genius, and in that book she is talking about all types of, things, but what really stuck out to me was her talking about how we live in a capitalistic society, in the US, and how that impacts our ability to love. And I'm currently listening to on Audible, The Power of Vulnerability by Brene Brown. So I'm trying to do a lot of like reading and journaling too. So I found a whole bunch of prompts, like self-development, self-love prompts by just using Google, okay? And I've been trying to do those on a daily basis. Sometimes I be slacking or whatever, but I'm trying to just kind of like get to know myself better and, even get to know the ugly parts of myself where I just don't want to recognize, things about myself that I don't like, because let's keep it a buck. We don't like everything about ourselves. We don't, and that is okay. There's something, I think it's important to get to know yourself and get to know the ugly parts of yourself. Accept those ugly parts about yourself. And if you want to change it, put in the work to change it. That's what I'm trying to do. For instance, like something about myself that I don't like is I don't like having social anxiety. I hate it. I hate how much of a hindrance it puts on my ability to form close relationships with people. I hate the fact that it's hard for me to be vulnerable with people. I hate it. I hate it because I know that it is limiting, my ability to have meaningful relationships. These are ugly things of myself. I hate it. And it is a lot to be aware of. And it is not fun. But it's something that I encourage people to do. And if you're listening, I encourage you to do that too if you have not. I've been watching YouTube videos just to kind of like help me gain more confidence and fall in love with myself again. Like I said earlier, like I became so depressed after I broke my ankle. I've been feeling disappointed and angry because of all this negative content about Black women on the internet, and I wanted to feel better, period. Like I just didn't want to feel like shit. I wanted to feel desirable, and I wanted to feel desirable internally too. Like external, of course, external validation is important, but like it doesn't matter how many men tell me I look good if I don't believe that I'm desirable, that I look good, right? So I'm trying to work on that myself, my self-love, my self-confidence. And just saying that right now, I kind of feel like a hypocrite because previously, if you follow me on Instagram, I wrote a blog about like self-confidence, how to increase self-confidence. And during that time, I felt confident. And right now, I'm building that back up. I do not feel as confident. I do not. And I'm just being completely honest. And I'm trying to be real with y'all and remind you, and also remind myself that confidence is not, going to be constant all the time. Like, there will be times where you take a dip. Something may happen in your life where your confidence takes a huge fucking dip, like right now, But it's okay. Give yourself grace. Give yourself time to build that back up. Some other things I've been doing, like affirmations. Affirmations are huge. And I know that, I don't know about you, but I've been tired of people putting affirmations up on Instagram and social media. Like sometimes I feel like it's just not genuine. But that does not take away from the power of speaking life into yourself. Okay, like when you look in that mirror and you tell yourself you're a bad bitch, okay, do you know how much power that holds when you look in the mirror and tell yourself that you are a bad bitch? Okay, listen, I'm telling you, affirmations are powerful. And when you wake up in the morning, you tell yourself that you're gonna have a good day, you're going to have an amazing day. Like I'm telling you, there's so much power in words. So affirmations work. I try my hardest to do those. So that's what I've been working on, and that's what I've been thinking about. And I just want people to step away from this video just understanding that not everyone has it all together. I don't know if y'all come to my page thinking that I have it all together or whatever, but I'm human. I am not perfect. And there's times where I'm doing really, really well. But there's times where I'm not doing too hot. And this is one of the times where I feel like I'm on a journey to building up self-love and pouring into myself. And I am, even though I'm going through some unfortunate shit, like a broken ankle and healing from that, I am grateful for this journey. And if you're watching this and you're going through something similar, or you're going through your own battles, I just want to remind you that not everyone has it all together. Literally nobody has it all together, so you are not alone. And just give yourself grace and just know that you will get through it. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel too. Do not forget to do that, and make sure to turn on the notification bell so you can know when my new videos go up. And also follow me on Instagram. I do a lot of yapping on there on my Instagram stories, so go ahead and follow me there. And again, thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all next time.